I'm Annie Meehan, a keynote speaker, and most recently, over the last 2 years, I've added keynote coaching to my presentations. When I get a coach client, so many of them are trainers, workshop providers. Maybe they've even run a retreat, but they say, Annie, how do I get the keynote spot? For some people, they feel like it's a bridesmaid to be a workshop and the bride to be the keynote speaker. But I want to tell you a couple things first. Keynote speakers connect. Many of you want to be good, maybe even great, but what I need to teach my clients is how to be brilliant, how to take their presentation and make it so powerful that people line up and are giving their cards. Where else can we hear you? Can you come back again? Can you come back next year? You see, as a coach, what I remind you is a couple things. Number one, I know, I've heard it many times as I taught Academy for the National Speakers Association in Minnesota for 2 years. You have a great story. Well, I have a great story too. But the truth is, who cares? Nobody cares. In fact, your story is a part of your lesson, but if you want to be a keynoter, it's about their story. It's about connecting, conversation, and communication. It's about not talking at, but talking with people. You see, when you become a keynote speaker, your goal is to be able to connect with and tell the conversation and the story of everyone in the audience. I love to say the 3 C's: connect, communicate, and create a deep head and heart connection. Don't just be good, don't even be great, be brilliant. That's what I want you to do. I actually am gonna look at my notes. Though I am a keynote speaker, this is so important to me that I get it right. First key to being an excellent keynote speaker, not about you, about them. What's in it for them? One of the highest compliments I get is people think I told their story. That's because I connect through story and conversation. Number 2, always talking with, not at. And for some of you, you might be offended. The color red is a power color, but it also is a disconnect. It feels like you're talking at people, not with them. Color matters. Color matters from the moment you enter the door. The color yellow is the color of hope. It's saying, I'm hopeful and I'm projecting hope to you. Green, another excellent color to wear as a keynoter. Green is the color of growth, wealth, and health. So when we're wearing green, we're thinking about health, wealth, and growth. You're growing the mindset. Excellent keynote speakers are not regurgitating a book. They are challenging the thoughts of an audience through their own story and experience. Number 3, start and end with humor. Don't start with, thank you so much for being here, so glad I can have this. Blah, blah, blah is all that sounds like. And our world is distracted. We have to disrupt their thought. They have a computer in their hand. You have to disrupt their thought so they're not texting or distracted during your presentation. Start with humor, get them laughing. As a gym owner for 12 years with 2 gyms, the truth is, laughter really is the best medicine. End with humor. And in the middle, it's okay if they cry or they think. You challenge their thoughts. Some of my speaker friends say, Annie, why do you feel so good about making people cry? I say, oh no, I don't make people cry. I make them feel safe enough that they release the tears within them. Cadence. You have to have cadence. Have high energy, talk fast. Some people will say I have too much energy and talk too fast, but let me tell you something. People are distracted. I tell my husband I have to literally disrupt the audience to bring them back on track. If you want to be a keynote speaker, it is not a monotone. It's funny, it's serious, it's silly, and it's calm, all in the same presentation. Lean in, lean out. I think that great keynote presentations are like a dance. You lead, they lead. 4, show your best side. I talked a little bit earlier about this. Your best side should be your inside. And you should have that, don't be fake. I have a lot of nicknames. Do it, Annie, authentically, Annie. Sometimes people say, Annie, you can write a book in 24 hours in your mind. That is true. But what I think sometimes speakers forget is come early, leave late. I know that you'll say, well, I'm an introvert. It's easy for you, Annie. No, it's not. It takes a tremendous amount of energy, though I am extroverted, to show up early, meet people, thank them, leave late. And I don't mean be inauthentic, but remember, when you choose to take the stage, eyes are always on you, from the moment you check in to the moment you check out, from the time you get on a flight till the time you leave. Nothing will kill your business more than telling people about kindness from the stage and then being rude to the person that just waited on you. Who I am is who I am. I'm authentically Annie on and off the stage. Be kind. It matters. Show your best side. Show up early and stay late. Whenever possible, sometimes my schedule doesn't allow, but whenever possible, I fly in the night before and I text that meeting planner the second I get to the hotel. I'm here. Do you know what a relief that is? Do you know how many meeting planners tell me nobody does this? Thank you so much. They'll ask me, are you high maintenance? And I always jokingly say, not too high maintenance, but orange M&Ms will do, just as a joke. And this year, I went to Hormel and spoke, and orange M&Ms were there waiting for me. Don't be high maintenance. I'm playful. I tell my audiences it is a privilege to be on the platform. They're already paying me. I don't have a list of I need this. I am no greater than or less than anyone in the room. Remember that as a keynoter. Get used to being comfortable with rejection. I literally apply to 100 speaking engagements a year. Now, for some of you, you might think, man, you're slow if you apply to 100 a year. But I'm not that great at RFPs. But one thing I am great at, I am brilliant at, is the platform. Be brilliant on the stage. Truly care about the audience. I can help you take your keynote from good to great to brilliant. And when it is brilliant, every time you speak, you should get 2 more and 2 more and 2 more. And that's why I speak about 50 times a year, between 50 and 100, depending on my other schedule and what else I want to do with my life. But I travel all over the world, the United States and Europe, and I love what I do. And I love, if you have a compelling story, to show you how to make your story their story so you can keynote. Don't settle for good, don't settle for great. Be brilliant on the stage, and I'd love to coach you and get you there.